Hello, my name's Ximena. We're in room 5 and today I'm going to tell you something very interesting for me, probably very boring for you, about my injuries. I've not been injured too much, but the times I have been injured, I've been quite traumatized, so I think it's time you knew about them. The first time I was forced onto a rugby pitch. I've never played rugby before and I was suddenly thrown a ball, dived into a ruck, finger down, finger out. My PE teacher pulled me off the pitch, was like, "You're fine." I wasn't fine. It was broken. That was nothing compared to this summer. This summer, innocently, went to Andorra, promised fun, promised relaxing, promised a spa, promised shopping at cheap prices, duty-free. No. I was forced onto some bikes, downhill mountain biking the first day, clad in armour, like from head to toe, helmets down to your knees, down to your feet, on a bike. But it was actually really fun. We went zooming down these hills, zipping around curves, and I was fine. Not a scratch. Next day, right, we're going rally biking, they told us. Okay, so we're like, well, this looks easy. We didn't even get any armour. We just went for it. Up hills on a bike in summer. I was so, after the first hill, exhausted, huffing and puffing, couldn't take any more. They were like, oh, just one more hill to go. When we got to the top of the hill, all I could see was this mountain in front of us. Hill is not the word, mountain. And he was like, right, our instructor, just go for it because you've got a huge hill to climb on the other side. So I was like, right, that's it. I'm gonna die. My lungs are gonna explode if I don't go. 100% full pelt. So down I went, beating everybody. I was way faster than them. Left them behind, trailing in the dust. Like, the bike started wobbling. The bike started wobbling even more. And that's the last thing I remember. I was flat on the floor, lying there, I imagined, covered in blood, dying with my limbs apart. Okay, it wasn't that bad, but I was a bit bleeding here. I don't know if you can see a little scar. My friends came over, took my glove off, and my thumb here. I was feeling fine to this point. I was like, I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive, until I saw my thumb, which had been literally dislocated, but kind of, it was off the bone. I don't understand how it happened, but this bit was here. So basically it was like this thumb here. I'm sure that's not a particularly good angle to see it, but it was swollen, inflamed, and fallen off, basically. So that's when I fainted. I fainted 4 times. I was like, I can't see, I can't see, I can't see. I was on the top of a mountain, convinced I was dying. But luckily they phoned an ambulance. I had to go on like a ski lift thing down whilst dying, which I still feel quite brave about. There was an ambulance waiting for me. They took me down to the hospital. Unfortunately, the hospital was so full that I had to wait in the waiting room for 2 hours. But it was okay, because in the end the doctor came along and I was like, okay, I'm fixed. Once he did it, and it didn't click back on. He did it 4 times. He was like, click. Oh, sorry, madam. Oh, let's try that again. Different position. Oh, no, not quite yet. And then he left me. He left me there to die, alone. So basically, I fainted again, collapsed to the floor, came round to see 6 faces over me. I'm sure they were saying, you shouldn't have done that, but that was my opinion. They were telling the doctor off. But anyway, in the end, my thumb is now officially back in position. I haven't got quite the same flexibility as I used to, but, you know, I'm alive, so that's the main thing. But I had to pay 200 euros for the ambulance, which I still haven't got over. But anyway, so next time I want you to take care on a bike, don't go 100% and not use the brakes on a downhill slope, and stick with make your thumbs safe. Look after your thumbs, because they're very important. I'm Ximena, we're in room 5, and I'll see you next time.